In this PSA submission video, I cracked 20 Beckett slabs and sent them back to PSA for regrading. There's some cards that have damage on them now that I swear were not there before. Definitely could have been me missing things, being an idiot, because sometimes I can be, but I don't think so. Anyway, there's definitely some fun regrades with these Beckett slabs of PSA, so sit back and relax and enjoy this fun regrading video. Let's get right to it. Okay, so the first 10 cards in this submission are actually raw cards that I bought at local card shops around me, and then we'll get into the regrades from Beckett to PSA. So the first card up is Mimikyu VMAX. I love that Mimikyu has grown huge and is suddenly in a daze, maybe from growing so exponentially large.
Oh, Mimikyu, you're so comfy. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The first card of the submission got a PSA 9. Okay, not off to a great start. I'm honestly not even quite sure why it got a 9. As you can see now, I'm starting on my PSA submissions to show you the PSA offer, what they offered me. Now, the weird thing is that the market has been going down quite a bit, so you might notice that the PSA offers were actually pretty good. Maybe I should have taken most of their offers. With this card, I'm actually going to crack it out and send it to CGC as part of another grading experiment where I only send modern PSA cards back to CGC to see what happens. So stay tuned for that. Let's go on to the next one. Whale Lord illustration rare from Journey Together. He's coming out of the water ever so slightly, and the oncoming ship is probably going to hit him, and the ship will be damaged and will probably not exist anymore because Whale Lord is a big boy. PSA gave this card a 10. Fantastic. Again, the offer was great. I didn't take a single PSA offer for any of these cards, just so you guys know. Okay, so that's good. It made up for the last card. Nothing too crazy so far, but let's go on to the next one. Beautiful Ninetales illustration rare from Obsidian Flames. PSA, however, gave this card a 9. And if you paid attention to the scans, you can see this black dot to the left of the Pokemon text on the bottom. I swear this wasn't here before, okay? I definitely could have missed this. I don't know how it got there, but it's on the card. It's not on the slab. It's unfortunate. I wish I saw that before I submitted it, but oh well. What are you gonna do? Zapdos special illustration rare from 151. Moltres and Articuno flying with him in the background, even though Zapdos is the main focal point of the card. Who's everyone's favorite legendary bird? Leave a comment below. Let me know your favorite. I would have to go with Articuno. I've always, for some reason, go for Articuno in the games growing up rather than the other two, but they're still pretty cool. Okay, PSA gave this card a 9. Oh man, when I actually bought this, I thought it had a good chance at a 10, but looking at the scans in the top left corner, there's a pretty bad corner there. I probably missed it, so we're only 1 for 4 so far, but you know, we can turn it around a little bit, I think. Here is Greninja EX Special Illustration Rare from Twilight Masquerade. Whenever I see this card, I think of Splatoon. This one I was fairly confident would get a 10. PSA gave the card a 10. This one I'm going to hold on to. I'm going to keep because I love it, and I believe that it still is a good long-term hold for a modern card. Team Rocket's Crobat. Just look at all the different bats in this card. There's so many of them, I'm not even going to try to count. But it does look like that Golbat above the Team Rocket member is about to absolutely chomp down on her head and have her head as a nighttime snack. When you think of Crobat, who do you think of? I think of Koga. I believe he had a Crobat in like the Generation 2 gyms or something. I'm not quite sure. My memory's terrible. Anyway, PSA gave this card a 10. The market has been dropping. At the time when PSA gave the offer, which I thought even was low because they were selling for like $275. Now, again, it's dropped to a lower number. I'm going to sell the card. Can't keep everything as much as I think every single card is so cool. I'm going to get rid of it. Mega Altaria EX from Fates Collide. Now, I'm not like a huge fan of the Mega cards. I do like the Japanese text, but I don't feel compelled to keep every single one. And PSA gave it a 10. Fantastic. I'm super excited about that. That's 3 10s in a row right there. That's great. It's gone down a bit in price. PSA gave it a pretty fair offer, honestly. Upcharged $1 because I sent these in bulk tier to PSA. So $1 upcharge. Okay, way to be a little petty, I guess, PSA, but whatever. I'm going to start showing what cards I got upcharged for and how much. And let me just be clear, I am not a fan of upcharges. I wish they didn't exist, but unfortunately, that's the world we live in. I'm going to sell this card. I love it. Altaria is beautiful, but I'm sorry, you have to go. Perhaps one of the most interesting cards in this submission for a couple reasons is Mega Gardevoir EX from Steam Siege. Now, in the top right corner of the front, there's this white ding mark. I saw it when I bought it. I knew it was there. I did not expect this card to grade high at all. I was like, there's no way this card gets a 10, but I'll still send it in just in case I get lucky and maybe the PSA grader is going to bless me on this day and having a great time, or maybe they're just not paying attention when they're grading. I don't know. Who knows? PSA gave this card a 10 somehow against all odds. Okay, that's cool. I am going to sell it. Gardevoir is fine. Again, I don't feel compelled. Keep it. I was upcharged on this card as well. Yay! I love it. The second reason why this is an interesting card is because the market was kind of all over the place. I believe this card was shooting up to like $800 to $900. PSA offered me pretty low, but it's been dropping and dropping. Anyway, it's kind of hard to get the current value because it's all over the place. The market's a bit volatile. Mega Gyarados EX from Breakpoint. This one I also bought raw. This is the last raw card in the submission. Okay, then it's on to the regrades from Beckett. This one I didn't think was going to grade too high. I was hoping for like a 9 or so. PSA gave it an 8, which is the lowest grade so far. Couldn't get the 3 Mega Evolutions, so I'll come back 10s. I'm just going to sell it as is. Hopefully, you know, break even if I'm lucky. All right, here we go with the regrades from Beckett. This was a Beckett 9.5. Rayquaza GX from Pokemon Sun and Moon. I knew that it was a risk because the centering wasn't great. The only gripe I have with Rayquaza's design are his like lip teeth. Are those actually teeth? Or his lips just like protruding out like that? No, I have no idea. So PSA gave this card a 9. 2 reasons why I would think it got a 9 is because the centering was off on the front. And here's the first kind of weird thing I didn't notice as well, is on the back of the card there's a white dot that I did not see before. It definitely could have been there. Again, I should have taken better pictures of the card. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the absolute garbage that PSA put on this label for this slab? CS19, yeah, HF Prem call, Counter-Strike 2019. Yes, awesome, have fun, premium collection. I think that's what it means. So maybe Rayquaza entered a Counter-Strike tournament and probably destroyed everyone by chomping them to bits. I don't know. I'm going to sell it at a loss. Whew, okay, so not off to a good start with these regrades, but you know, we can turn this around. Here we have Pikachu Japanese Dream League. This is a pretty iconic card in my opinion. Pikachu's on the counter looking ever so lovingly into his trainer's eyes.
You're the best, Pikachu. I love you.
This one was a Beckett 9.5 without any subgrades. I took the risk and PSA gave it a 10. Now again, at the time, this card was going for a lot higher. And by the time I got the card back, it was worth almost as much as the PSA offer. A big theme of this submission are cards that have been dropping, but hey, look, I can't control it. If the market drops, the market drops. There's nothing I can do about it. And I'm selling the card. It's the Rainbow Pikachu from Vivid Voltage, another Beckett 9.5 that I cracked. PSA gave it a 10. Fantastic. The offer was a little low. I was upcharged $1, again, up to the next grading tier because, of course, but I know a lot of people don't like the rainbows, but I do like this Pikachu one. I am going to sell it, though, because, again, money. I want more money to do more regrades so I can fuel this crippling addiction of grading cards. I'm having too much fun. The old B-hole Pikachu EX from Surging Sparks. I finally feel welcome within a community, the community of the Butthole Brothers. I finally feel accepted. Maybe we can just become best friends, maybe? I'm kind of lonely. Is it okay if I call you my brother? My B-hole brother, perhaps? My Butthole brother?
Pika!
Oh, I think he's angry at me. Again, I got this one in a Beckett 9.5. PSA gave the card a 10. I got upcharged, of course, but I'm going to sell it. Now, I noticed this card actually did have some edge wear. I don't know if PSA is like lenient on this card in particular because it tends to have a lot more edge wear than other cards. I don't know if they count that as a factory issue or not, but either way, I feel a bit lucky to get a 10 on this, so I'm happy. Mega Charizard EX from Evolutions. This card has seen a bit of a recent spike in value. I got it in a Beckett 9 with an 8.5 centering grade. I've crossed a Beckett 9 with 8.5 centering before to a PSA 10 with some luck. So, you know, I wanted to try it again. PSA gave the card a 9, losing a little bit of money. I'm going to sell it for a loss and move on. It's okay. I'll get over it. I can't win every time. It was probably a bad decision looking back, but you got to take risks. Okay, we have the same card, Mega Charizard EX from Evolutions. I got this one back at 9.5, and this one had 9 centering. So I was like, okay, it looks a little bit better. I'll still take the risk on this. PSA gave the card a 10, which is awesome, dude. I got upcharge, which is not awesome, dude. I'm gonna sell it. I don't feel the overwhelming need to hold on to it, although I do think in the long term, it is a great card to hold on to if you're looking for that kind of thing. Mega Houndoom EX looks like he's jumping out of a burning building, but he's not saving anyone. He left the children to fend on their own. He's not saving them. He just wants to save his own skin.
I'm free!
Okay, well, this one I got in a Beckett 9.5. PSA gave the card a 10. Their offer was way lower than I would expect, but again, the market's been crazy. They upcharged me $1. Thank you very much, PSA. I'm gonna sell this card. Houndoom's cool. I've never been like super attached to him, but again, the Mega Evolution cards, I'd rather sell them. That's fine. Okay, here's where things get really weird, and my inner conspiracy theorist self might come out. I might start going crazy. If I go a little crazy here and I sound crazy, it's okay. You can ignore me. So I got this in a Beckett 9.5. The only thing really wrong with it was the 9 centering. It had 9.5 corners, and if you look at the corner here, I have a close-up of the corner that I took. That looks terrible. In no way would Beckett give it a 9.5 for that corner. Now, all I have to go on here is the photo quality akin to that of Bigfoot pictures because the quality is so terrible. It looks like I took it on a 2003 Nokia phone because I was just recording myself cracking the slabs and that was the best I could get. I should have taken better pictures, but I'm pretty sure this wasn't here when I sent it in. So PSA gave the card a 9. It could have gotten a 9 anyway, honestly, because of the centering. I'm not trying to jump to conclusions. I'm not saying
PSA ruined my card.
I definitely didn't do it while cracking the card. I didn't even reach for that area. I don't know exactly what happened, but something fishy's going on here, okay? I thought it was really weird. I'm going to sell the card, eat the loss like a champ, because I'm really good at eating losses now. In fact, you know, the losses are starting to taste good. Nah, I'm kidding, they're not. Charmander is looking so longingly up at the sky because he's hidden in a cave.
I wanna grow wings so I can fly out of this cave and I'll be free.
One day, Charmander, you'll escape those caves and you'll live your life to the fullest. But for now, you're stuck down there and there's nothing you can do, you idiot. Here is Melodic EX from Surging Sparks. Is it Milotic? I've always called it Melodic. Either way, it evolves from one of the ugliest looking Pokemon, Feebas. I got it in a Beckett 9.5, and here is the second card in a row where something absolutely crazy happened. Look at this corner. I swear it wasn't there before. Again, I sound like a broken record. I should have taken better pictures. It's on me. It's on me. I shouldn't be blaming anyone. It's fine. It got a PSA 9, so again, it could have just gotten a PSA 9 even without this weird damage that happened. I'm gonna sell it at a loss and move on. And you know what? It's not worth trying to dwell on these issues. You just have to move on and accept that sometimes things like this can happen, or maybe I'm just going crazy and I'm making it all up in my head. Let's just move on.
Roaring Moon EX. What a beautiful card by Shinji Kanda, one of the most renowned artists in the Pokemon world.
This card was in a Beckett 9.5. I thought it was a pretty strong 9.5, and PSA damaged the core. No, I'm kidding. They didn't damage this one. They gave it a 10. I was upcharged on the card. I actually do think PSA gave a decent offer because the card's been dropping, but I'm keeping it because I think this card is beautiful. I'm not like a huge fan of Salamence or Roaring Moon or whatever the Paradox Pokemon he is. It's one of those cards where you look at it and it just makes you happy because it's so cool. Articuno, Journey Together, illustration rare. I got this one in a Beckett 9. This is the second and last Beckett 9 in this submission. Now, the reason why I thought this was a strong candidate to regrade was because the subgrades lent itself to a higher chance of getting a 10 from PSA. When you're trying to crack Beckett to PSA, the most important subgrade is corners. PSA gave the card a 10. Fantastic. It's great to see that I got a 9 to a 10. As much as I want to keep it and hold on to it, I shouldn't. I'm gonna sell it. I still love you, Articuno. You're still my favorite legendary bird, but you gotta go. Iono's Bellybolt EX from Journey Together. I'm not quite sure why, but I love Bellybolt for just like no reason. If I owned a Bellybolt, I would jump on him all day like a kid in a bouncy house. I would have the time of my life. I got it in a Beckett 9.5 and PSA gave it a 9. Now this is one of the ones where I actually didn't really see anything wrong with it. I'm not really quite sure why I got a 9. I'm going to actually crack this one and send it to CGC again as part of the modern only submission to see what CGC will give it. So that would be interesting. Let's go on to the next one. Ends Reshiram or Reshiram. If Reshiram is the right way to pronounce his name, then I don't want to be right because Reshiram sounds weird to me. I like Reshiram. Got it in a Beckett 9.5. I thought I had a decent chance of getting a 10, but PSA did not agree. And now here's the third card really in the submission where something really weird happened. If you look at the top left of this card, again, that is a really bad looking corner. I don't think I missed it. That looks terrible. This was a Beckett 9.5 corner. I don't know what happened. Again, oh well, let's not dwell on it. PSA didn't even offer me anything for this card. I don't know why. Maybe it's whatever. I like stamped cards. I'm a sucker for a stamped card, but I'm going to sell this one at a loss and move on. Ends Reshiram again, the enhanced booster box topper. This one again in a Beckett 9.5. Let's just get right to it. PSA gave it a 9. So that's 3 9s in a row from Beckett 9.5s. That's not a good sequence of grades right there. That's not great. Needless to say, I'm a little disappointed in that one. Maybe it could be a regrade candidate, but I'm just going to decide to sell this one and take the loss again. Umbreon GX from Hidden Fates. I actually do like the Hidden Fates set quite a bit. I like the white-ish background. It makes the card look very clean. It makes it pop. And of course, Umbreon is one of my favorites. So when I saw this card, I was like, ooh, I gotta buy it. Yes. Ooh, Umbreon. Yes. Love it. Beckett 9.5. Yes. Crack it. PSA. Send it. Oh, yes. Ha. PSA gave the card a 10, which of course is amazing. I got upcharged $1 for this card. This one I'm actually going to keep. I'm going to hold on to it. I think it's a really cool card. I'm not quite sure about it value-wise in the future, but it's an Umbreon. Everyone loves Umbreon. I love Umbreon, so I'm gonna hold on to it. Mewtwo Ultra Premium Collection. Not just premium.
Ultra Premium.
This one I got, again, Beckett 9.5, and PSA gave it a 10. I was upcharged $1 again. Thank you, PSA. It was very kind of you. The market for this card has dropped significantly. I think there were upwards in like the $500 to even $600 at one point. I think actually at this value, it's probably better to hold on to it because it's a good long-term hold. These promo cards are a little bit tough to grade, but I'm still just going to sell it. But this card, I think, has great future potential. Of its Mewtwo. He's super popular. He's up in the sky looking down upon civilians, probably ready to strike one and absolutely ruin someone's day. Let's go on to the next one. Red's Pikachu 2018 Pokemon Center 20th anniversary promo card. Once I got this card, I looked back at the Dream League card from earlier. I was like, wow, these cards actually look so nice together. I probably should keep them and display them. I already sold the Dream League one, and this one got a PSA 10, and I sold this one as well. So they're both gone now. Oh well, it's probably better that I sold them because, you know, I shouldn't hold on to much. It's an amazing card. I still think it has a great future in terms of value. It's iconic. It's got Pikachu and Ash or Red or Trainer, whatever you want to call them. I was upcharged $1 again. PSA gave me a kind of a low offer. I did sell it for $5.50. I still think it will probably go up. Red is probably about to instruct him to use a Thunderbolt or Thunder-related move to destroy his opponent. Pikachu's pretty strong. I mean, look at that face. That guy can probably murder a whole family of Rattatas. No, I guess that's not a really impressive feat, though, now is it? Huh. Okay, let's move on. Team Rocket's Wabafet. This card is so cool. It's a Pokemon Center stamp card as well. Got it in a Beckett 9.5. I believe that might be a framed picture of Giovanni in the background. It's probably a requirement in every Team Rocket room to have a picture of Giovanni because he's a bit self-absorbed, okay? He's probably a bit of a narcissist, let's be real. Really cool. I think Drowsy's about to steal that water bottle there. He's probably really thirsty.
I haven't drank anything for days. I'm really malnourished.
PSA gave it an 8. So a Beckett 9.5 to a PSA 8 is officially the worst regrade of this submission. I'm feeling great. That's also the biggest value loss of the submission as well. So yeah, this one's a bit painful because I really like this card. I love the Pokemon Center stamp cards, but I mean, what else can you do? This is always a gamble. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I'm gonna sell it as is, take the money loss, and move on. Leafeon VMAX, Farmer Leafeon just doing his job, just rolling that hay bale all day, every day. He's probably working like 60 hours a week. Whew. This one, again, Beckett 9.5. I thought it looked incredibly clean. PSA gave it a 10. Fantastic. With a little bit of an upcharge. I'm going to keep it because it's an evolution. It's Leafeon. Evolving Skies is great. I love the card. Let's move on. Gardevoir EX Special Illustration Rare from Paldean Fates. This one I got in a Beckett 9.5 as well. This is the last card in this submission where I'm just gonna complain for a second here. Again, in the bottom right corner, there's a significant portion of the corner that is damaged or whitened that I swear wasn't there before. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to say one more time in this submission, PSA gave the card a 9. Okay, of course, losing a bit of money here. Really unfortunate. It had good subgrades. Gardevoir is dancing in the forest, and Wooper back there is absolutely floored at what he's seeing. I'm gonna sell it at a loss, and that's okay. This is Shank's PSA magazine exclusive I got in the mail from PSA because I'm a PSA member. Yay! I thought it looked really nice. PSA gave the card a 9. I just wanted a Shank's card, please. I'm selling it and I'm making a little bit of money, so okay, that's fine. Okay, let's go on to the final results. 11 out of the 19 Beckett slabs come back to 10. I was expecting a little bit more, but that's all right. My total cost was around $4,900. The total value of this submission is about $8,700. Again, market volatility could be a little bit different today. With a total profit of $3,800, that's pretty good. Even though there were some weird things happening with the regrades there, I still think I did pretty well, so I'm gonna give myself an A- for this submission. Stay tuned for more fun regrading videos and experiments. Also, feel free to join the Discord. There's a link in the description. If you join, you're eligible for the completely free occasional giveaways, and we have chats about Pokemon cards and all that fun stuff. All right, that's all I got. See you later. Bye.